So I definitely just ran out of gas on the side of like a highway, kinda, Baltimore Pike. What's up, guys? Today we're gonna take Shenzi to the dog park. I think we're gonna go with Joey too. Now we're gonna head out. Not sure what the rest of the day looks like. So I definitely just ran out of gas on the side of like a highway, kinda, Baltimore Pike. So I gotta walk to see if there's a gas station down there. Casey's coming to get me, so Casey's here. Alright. I ran out of gas.
Yeah. I know if I did this, I'd be getting a lecture and all that good stuff. Don't worry, I came to your rescue though. I left work early.
I know. No, I walked over to the grass. Why taking it off?
You gotta remove this first. Remove dust cap before use.
Yeah, and it should just pop up. So because Shenzi was with me today, I found it really important to talk about how to make sure your dog's not overheating and what to do if your dog does overheat. So the biggest things to look out for are excessive panning, paw tracks, like if your dog's paws are wet, that means that your dog is sweating from the paws. Some of these signs are obviously worse than others. Your dog can also start to seize or show signs of being very, very disoriented and not know like what's going on at all. If you start to see this, you definitely want to call your vet immediately. Let them know you're on your way, because you're not going to be able to get your dog's body temperature down without going to the vet at that point. So if your dog seems very disoriented or has a seizure or seems extremely lethargic, then at that point you should probably go to the vet. If it's before that, if it's one of the signs I mentioned before, then there are some things you can do to cool your dog's body temperature down and help your dog recover more quickly. and probably keep your dog from getting sick or having some ill effects from being dehydrated or overheated, because being overheated can potentially cause liver damage, brain damage, kidney damage. So you definitely want to ensure that you're doing everything you can to prevent that from happening. Now that's the later stage of being dehydrated and overheated. If they have a heat stroke or anything like that, any type of heat related injury, then those things are potentially possible. There are some things you can do physically with your dog to check whether they're dehydrated or overheating or getting close to being overheated. One of them is it's basically the skin elasticity test, where you would pull up on a piece of their, just grab some skin, not maybe a little bit of fat, but not fat, just extra skin. They have a lot of it back here, a lot of it on their neck, but it's better to do it right here. So you would grab the skin and you'll release. If it goes down slowly, then your dog is extremely dehydrated or starting to be dehydrated, depending on how slow it goes down. But if the elasticity is fine, then you know your dog's fine. Another thing you can do is check the pigmentation of your dog's gums. So what you would do is you would touch in here with your finger. It's kind of hard to show you with the camera, but you would touch with your finger and it'll turn white, and then see how fast it turns back to pink. We're gonna go have dinner at my mom's house. Some really quick things you can do to cool your dog off if they do seem overheated or they do seem like they're going into heat stroke or dehydrated. Number one is to cool your dog off with water. So putting it under their belly is the best way to cool them off. If you put it on top of their back, it doesn't do as much good. Number two is to get alcohol and put it on their ears, their paws, and their groin area. And this is very, very effective for lowering their body temperature. So those are the two main things that I would do. Obviously, get your dog to a shaded area, offer them water. Obviously you're not going to have an IV with you to give them IV fluids, but definitely get them to a shaded area, offer them water. After they are offered water, cool them down by putting water on their belly area and putting alcohol on their ears, pads, and groin area to lower their body temperature. You might want to bring rubbing alcohol with you when you go out with your dog on a hot day. I'm not going to torture Shenzi with that, but you would touch inside you would touch on the gum. It would turn white from you touching it, and then see how fast it turns back to pink, and that'll tell you how dehydrated your dog is, if they're dehydrated at all. And the same thing with the elasticity test. If it goes down slower than this, then your dog is somewhat dehydrated, and how fast it goes down can give you an indication. And how fast it goes down can give you an indication of just how dehydrated they are.